Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Gentle Birth TV, the show dedicated to helping you have the most positive birth possible. I'm Tracy-Donegan, founder of Gentle Birth, and in today's episode we're going to talk about how to deal with those annoying little gremlins who just want to rain on your positive birth parade. So let's talk about positive birth and negative Nellies. So you're all set for a positive birth. You've done the Gentle Birth classes, you've been practicing your mindfulness, all systems are go. You have a few weeks to go to your guest date and you're so excited for labour to begin you just can't stand it. Then a colleague in work launches into a tirade of negativity about how she took one of those natural birth classes and it all went out the window as soon as she felt that first contraction, and reminds you that there's no medals for going without. You get the picture. Conversations with negative Nellies are incredibly draining. Before you know it, you've taken the bait and you've kicked off your own fight or flight response. You find yourself defending your choices and digging in those heels and ultimately putting more pressure on yourself as you resolve to show them. Engaging with negative Nellies means you're going to be less blissed and more stressed as you prepare for your baby's birth. So here's a couple of strategies for dealing with those negative Nellies. Avoid them. Research shows that repeated exposure to stimuli that causes strong negative emotions is bad for your health and your baby's. Think of it this way. If the negative Nellie was a smoker, would you sit there through your lunch break and inhale their secondhand smoke? I don't think so. If you can't avoid them and you have to work with them, at a minimum avoid discussions about birth. The exception, of course, being if you're working with other gentle birth moms. When they ask if you're getting the epidural, just smile and say, I'm not ruling it out. We'll see how things go. Did you see Game of Thrones last night? Find your positive birth tribe. Hang out with like-minded moms in person and virtually. If your partner's been to a gentle birth workshop, he or she is already well familiar with how to run interference for these kinds of discussions, at family gatherings especially. These are a hot spot for negative Nellies, so be alert, especially if you're a first-time mom. Negative Nellies have a built-in tracking system to find you and make you miserable. Most of the time, your confidence cocoon can render you invisible to their radar. The more practice you do, the less penetrable your cocoon is to them. Like water off a duck's back. Choose your battles. Your OB suggests that giving birth on the bed is easier for everyone, and he can prevent you having a tear. Smile and nod. And smile even more as you change to a more supportive hospital, OB or midwife. Don't take it personally. Negative Nellies haven't had the benefit of brain training for birth to rewire their brains, so they're not as emotionally and mentally fit for birth as you are. When the negative Nellies throw down the gauntlet, take a breath and step over it. This is a really good practice for your heart breathing. Be kind to them, and remember, it's not your job to turn everyone into positive Polly. That's mine. If you've enjoyed this episode, subscribe to our channel and share this video with your friends. Thank you for watching. See you next time on Gentle Birth TV. And don't forget, your positive birth begins here.